there has been an increased fascination with mysticism over the last few decades among many of those in the West. The classical mysticisms of all tradition have been sought after with much anticipation. The 1960s and 70s witnessed the birth of the Neo-Shaman. The Neo-Shamans do not constitute one single movement or organization, and there is quite a wide variety of dispute over the origins of shamanism within the Neo-Shamanistic community. Some of the Neo-Shamans object to the terminology of the word Neo-Shaman, insisting their form of Neo-Shamanism is no different than the traditional form of shamanism. These interests in shamanism often come hand in hand with the rejection of all authority, frequent recreational drug use, and hippie peace activism. The spreading of the Neo-Shaman has not been without controversy, as many Native Americans have spoken out against the commercialization of their most sacred practices, such as the sweat lodge. It seems that for many of these so-called Neo-Shamans, they're stuck in the fragmented consciousness that shamanism is supposed to unify. While some of these Neo-Shamans have undergone the rigorous trials and tribulations that is required of the actual shaman, and virtually any mystic, their spiritual rites of initiation is often found in, as was mentioned before, LSD and marijuana. Quite often, Neo-Shamans presented shamans in idealized and stereotypical form as part of their movement to reject Western culture and replace it with the East. Shamanism scholar Lindsay Jones, who contributed an article to the 2005 edition to the Encyclopedia of World Religions on Neo-Shaman, writes that, quote, normative neo-shamanistic literature often repeats the premise that shamanism is not a religion. One does not believe in anything in shamanism, not even that it works. There are no dogmas in Neo-Shaman, no priests. Everybody is his or her own priest, and everyone is expected to create her or his own cosmology and pantheon through individual experiences of the non-ordinary. Thus, Neo-Shamanism is defined as our anarchistic spirituality, with no rules to adhere to, no authorities to follow, end quote. Such a conception is a distortion of traditional shamanism, as virtually every shamanistic path, South America being no exception, is not anarchistic and without a master. The shaman, as it has already been demonstrated, is a very rare title, available to those who have taken the rigorous spiritual and inner psychological journey of self-annihilation and reconstruction. This, of course, is not a critique or generalization against all Westerners who call themselves shamans or neo-shamans. The point of bringing this up, this phenomenon, is only to help demonstrate differences in Western and indigenous mindset. Whether it be the contact with the primordial world or the cycles of brain chemistry achieved after years of hiatus, the shaman has certainly been an elusive and mysterious topic which has attracted the lure of the Western mind. This is quite simply because through whatever medium, the shaman possesses a fully developed consciousness. This fully developed consciousness is something innate in every human being, yet in contemporary lifestyle, it often goes unnoticed and undeveloped. Perhaps as long as the American life remains focused on production and consumption, this full development will never be able to be realized. On that note, I'd like to thank my mentor, Mary McDonald, for guiding me on the study of shamanism and for guiding me through independent studies the previous 2 semesters on Western mysticism and Marche Eliade, and helped me construct my views and my knowledge. Thank you. Questions?
Say that shamanism, whether
for study, but I would say definitely because we all possess that upper level of consciousness, as it was part of our essential human, our development as human beings. The same way we all have the potential for dance, and all have the potential for music. We definitely all have the potential for shamanism. And of course, shamanistic practices, I think, as Wittgenstein has explored, have been essential for many psychologists and cardiologists and other doctors who have incorporated shamanistic techniques of healing the self to help heal their physical and spiritual well-being, because in helping them slow their heart and helping them get rid of bad mental states. I'm not sure that answers the question.
Yeah, I partly. So maybe from a psychological point of view, there's the theory about altered states of consciousness. So the shaman is maybe more adept than most of us at entering into altered states of consciousness, in which he or she contacts the spirits.
Well, I think if one uses their theory of shamanism based off the one presented by Perennialist and the one which has been the staple of shamanistic studies ever since, I think definitely the shaman is the one who has achieved their states of their full realized altered states of consciousness, which requires the aforementioned discipline of fasting or meditation, whatever tribulations their master will instruct them. Because shamanism is also always passed down in the form of initiatory chain. And South America, of course, is no exception, but around the world, the shaman, you might have a grandfather passing it to a grandson, or a father to son, or there might be people selected from a pool of shamans, but anyway, there's still the student-master relationship, which is essential, and is the polar opposite, the juxtaposition of this neo-shamanistic anarchist spirituality of just reject authority.
So you don't think there's a do-it-yourself version?
No. Well, there might be.
Is neo-shamanism common? Are there a lot of people around, say, the country who identify themselves as being neo-shamans?
It is a pretty popular movement among countercultural circles. In some European countries, well, I guess going off from South America and into Europe, there's certainly an interest of it in places like Scandinavia or Ireland or Britain, as people try to connect with their shamanistic past, their shamanistic roots, which were largely eclipsed by Christianity in the turn of the millennium. But also constitutes what one means by neo-shaman, because of course there's going before, as I said before, many doctors are incorporating the shamanistic processes of self-healing and psychological healing into their practice. And there is a cardiologist whose name escapes me, but on that principle of studying shamanism from the point of view of the power of the mind, the power of the altered state of consciousness,